looking for a new car under $20,000, good luck. Your choice has dwindled to just one vehicle. And here's what that vehicle is. The availability of affordable new cars in the U.S. has dramatically diminished with only Mitsubishi Mirage. Can you pull up the Mitsubishi Mirage so we know what it looks like? Fully loaded, right? Mitsubishi Mirage remaining under $20,000. This shift comes as the Mirage average sale price is around $19,205, contrasted against the current average new vehicle price of over $48,000, significantly higher under pre-pandemic levels. The Mirage's affordability attracts certain buyers. Karen Shape, what a name, that makes sense. So Karens buy Mirages, who opted for a Mirage, noted that while she could have afforded a more expensive car, her preference for a small vehicle drove her choice. The Mitsubishi Mirage's future is uncertain. It might be phased out soon, leaving buyers with even fewer affordable new options. While there are other low-cost cars like Kia Rio or Nissan Versa, the decline of sub-$20,000 vehicles may lead customers to consider certified pre-owned cars as a viable second option, is what they got going on. Tom, what are your thoughts here with the Mirage? Is this something we should be looking into as a valuetainment car?
Oh my gosh. It's this little car. It looks like a delivery car. Like you could wrap it with a logo for DoorDash or something, and it just is the little delivery car.
It's cute.
You know, pulls up to your house, guy jumps out.
Looks like my car, dude.
And I think what it just shows is what inflation has done to the price of cars. You know, when the starting point is that thing for $20,000, and I'd love to see the crash rating on that thing. I think it just underlines, again, what inflation has done to vehicles, that the starting price at $20,000 will only get you that. Now, that's a little car. I'm sure it's reliable, and it should be really great if you wrapped it, DoorDash wrap,
100%.
Start delivering and stuff. Doesn't take up much space in the street. But I think it just underlines just that the cover charge to get a car now is $20,000.
What a cute little car, Joe. Yeah. By the way, it continues with another story about Wall Street Journal. Car prices might be unsustainable for buyers.
Might be.
Well, this is what Wall Street Journal is talking about. Car prices have surged in the past 5 years, leaving only one model, which is the Mirage. 42 weeks. The average American now requires 42 weeks of income to pay off a new car, up from 33 pre-pandemic numbers. Used car prices have risen by over 30%, averaging at $27,000 compared to pre-pandemic levels. New car loans demand a monthly payment exceeding $750 with an interest rate, holy moly, of 9.5%, while used car loan rates are around, ready, 13.7%. Didn't beat my rate that I got in the Army at FMAC. 33%. Kentucky. Really? I have the contract till today. Clarksville. Loans issued in the past 3 years have an average terms of nearly 6 years despite low unemployment. Auto loan delinquencies rates are at their highest since 2006. Defaults on loans from the peak pricing surge in the first half of last year are akin to surpass those of 2008 crisis. Used car dealers have limited options under $10,000, while cars above $35,000 dominate the market.
Think about this one real quick. Before the pandemic, it took you 33 weeks to pay for a new car. 26 weeks, 6 months. So it's 26 weeks plus a month and, a little bit more than half a year. 9 weeks were added to that. So pre-pandemic, it was 33 weeks. Afterwards, it was 42. That's 9 weeks. That's 2 more months was added to the time it takes you to pay for a car. PBD, look at what happened in the pandemic. The pandemic was 22 months. In 22 months, we added 2 full months to the time it took to pay off a car. That's what the printing money and that's what inflation did to the average person trying to get a car.
Destroying middle class. The more they print money, the more they destroy middle class.
And that's their goal, though, right? That's been their goal the whole time. It's just either you're rich or you're poor.
Yeah,
that's
but the establishment that says we need to print money to help the middle class.
It's bullshit.
All they're doing is hurting middle class. And guess what they're doing? Money flows to the top.
I know.
Money flows to the top. So they can print as much money as they want, but they're helping the rich get richer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've said this for years. It's even more resounding at this point. The number one thing that is killing your wealth is your car. Because it's not even just your car and your car payment. It's your insurance, it's your gas, it's your tag, it's your title, it's your parking tickets, it's your toll fees, it's I need new brake pads, I need new tires, I need new this, I need new that, it's valet, it's going out. And that's, God forbid, everything goes according to plan. Throw in an accident, throw in a DUI, you are screwed.
Especially in Florida.
Beyond.
Holy
So, you talked about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. We learned a new terminology during COVID called the K-shaped economy, where the people at the top were just getting richer and the people at the bottom were getting poorer. So there's two ways to have more money. And this is for you, message for the broke boys in the chat talking all the shit. Listen up. There's two ways to have more money in your life. You can either make more or you can spend less. I think I've focused on doing both. Constantly working to improve my skill set, skills pay the bills, to make more money, add more income streams, or do better at your job. That's awesome. That's one thing to do, or make better investments. Great. But the second way to do it is to spend less and to cut out expenditures. And what I did, I'm not saying that you guys got to do it. I know there's going to be like, how could you not have a car? Well, stay broke, motherfucker. Here's what I would recommend. Cut out what I would say one of the big three expenses from your life. What are the big three expenses of your life? Number one, that's you, Vinny. Number one is your housing. That should cost what? 30% of your total gross income. That's your biggest expense. That's where everyone, you got a place to live. Maybe you get a roommate. Maybe, your wife gets to work. Maybe you downsize, whatever it is. But the second biggest expense is your transportation. I cut out having a car in my life in 2011. And I live in downtown Miami, and basically I Uber everywhere.
Yeah,
I get that, Pat, but everybody's broke.
No,
so if you want me to recommend what everyone should do, then just stay broke. But the point is this: if you live in a big city, just do the math. If you're living in country Bumpkinville in Kentucky, obviously you're gonna need a car, you need an old vehicle.
It's also tough to do. First of all, you're able to do that in Miami. I don't know how the hell you do when you go on dates with girls. They drive you around, or you take an Uber. It's kind of weird.
Well, it's not kind of weird because it's called Uber, and then you're drinking and you have wine and you have a good time, but it actually works out very well.
I understand you have a game that you're doing, but you're not everybody. America is not Adam. Adam is less than 1% of America. That's you. The habits about a person that we want more people to have families and kids and raise good kids and families. That is a positive. If we had 1 million Adams, America's a problem, just so you know. Because you're not making any kids. You're not having it's a very different America that we're talking about than just you. For you,
what do the cars have to do with kids?
Because the average person needs a car.
Take them to school.
But you don't need two. You don't need two cars or three cars. So now I know many people who are successful that share one car and they figure it out.
But that's a different story. So then give that point as well for people that are married with kids, because in today's, our listeners are not Saucecast listeners, Adam. This is a different listenership that we have on the show. Saucecast listeners, people want to listen to, what it is to get laid, paid, whatever. That's the kind of stuff that audience wants to listen to. The average American today is sincerely sitting there saying, I'm concerned about my kids going to public school. I need a car to pick them up. My husband's got a different job. The reason why Moral and Tikran were able to make it work is because they both work for the same company. It was very easy to do. The average husband and wife don't work for the same company. We don't have a reality of what we've been doing the last 4 or 5 years. That is not the reality of everybody. The average person who's listening to this or watching this is sitting there saying, dude, I want to have kids. I want to have a family. I want to raise my kids well. I need a car to drop them off here, pick them up there, do all this other stuff. And the prices are going up, and we keep printing more money. And the more money we print, by the way, every time they print money, I get richer. Let me say this one more time. Every single time they print money, I get richer. If I told you how much money I just made in the last 6 months on my money market account, you wouldn't believe it. I don't even want to say it because people are going to be like, look at this guy, how much money he's bragging about. Every time they print money, I make money. Okay? This concept about printing money over and over to helping the middle class out, we have to pump the brakes and say, guys, relax.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.